welcome to the stage your host, Golden Globe 2030 winner, if the Earth is still here, Meghan Ross!
Thank you, Kelty, and thank you, Natalie Wright and the It's Just Her band. Yes, welcome to the January episode of That Time in the Month. Yes, please clap, please clap. Our show is hosted by a woman and featuring an all-woman and non-binary lineup, which means 3 out of 4 of us have watched the Little Woman reboot and thought to ourselves, I'm definitely the Miranda. Did y'all survive the holiday season? Yeah, it felt extra long, barely, I know. It felt extra long this year. Now I know for sure that Jesus is a white millennial woman because we celebrate her birthday for over a month. Like, who has a birthday Eve? Jesus is like, come Direnes. And now we're at 2020, wow. Unbelievable. What a year 11 days have been. Truly. We started with such high hopes, buying our new planners, writing our goals in our bullet journals, turning to our significant others and telling them, you know what, this is the year I might just cook something. Which is a threat in my household from me. My boyfriend's always like, why won't you cook for me? I'm like, why won't you consider salmonella as a seasoning, okay? Like, babe, you gotta change your outlook, buddy. I mean, it's not raw chicken, it's chicken sushi. I'm ahead of the game. Some people don't recognize genius if it hits them in the face with a case of salmonella. Anyway, 2019 was really rough though. Like, it was rough. I mean, raise your hand if you thrived in 2019. Don't you fucking dare. You know, to put it lightly, 2019 was as bad as my uncooking. So, you know, then a new year, a new decade even rolls around and we think the only direction we can go from here is up, right? Abso-fucking-lutely not. To give you an analogy for the transition from 2019 to 2020, it's kind of like the physical progression of me last year taking this show, That Time in the Month, from Cold Town Theater, which is technically the basement of a video rental store, to taking it to Fallout Theater, which is technically the basement fallout shelter to the Masons. So started from the bottom and now we're somehow a little closer to the bottom. But I do love Fallout Theater, don't sue me, my dog is my lawyer. I know, it makes paperwork a fucking mess. All right, I feel like that's not a great analogy. Do you guys watch reality TV? Yeah? Specifically Jersey Shore? Okay, so come with me on this journey. 2019 is Sammy dancing with another guy as revenge for Ronnie talking to another girl. And 2020 is Ronnie's response by just fucking completely trashing her room and destroying her personal belongings. How do we get from point A to point B? How? Okay, that's not the best. Okay, we're Tyra Banks, and 2020 is America's Next Top Model Season 4 contestant Tiffany Richardson. I was rooting for you, 2020. We were all rooting for you! Sorry, Josh. He's on sound, so I probably deafened him. But, you know, we started in such a rough place. And to recap 2020, the past 11 days, we faced the brink of war with Iran. We've watched as Australia and its wildlife has become engulfed in flames. And we've had to listen to millions of ex-boyfriends reapply the adhesive on their Pulp Fiction posters after Quentin Tarantino self-congratulated him with that Best Screenplay win at the Golden Globes. Haven't we suffered enough 2020? All right, and the worst part about it all, besides all of it, is we're not even halfway through January, guys. We are 1/3 through 1/12 of the year. You know, you compare that to The Irishman, we are 5 minutes into a painful 3.5-hour movie. And there's so much more that's about to happen that no one asked for this year, like a CGI'd Robert De Niro. Like, best case scenario, we get more of that. That's the best case. But despite all of the bad stuff, I'm trying to focus on positive thinking. One of my New Year's resolutions this year was to practice mindfulness, which I think is meditation. Because I want to reach enlightenment, which I think is whatever those nice ladies on Instagram with the good hair and skin and nails have. So I want some of that. And to do so, I want you, the audience, to join me in a meditative chant inspired by Roxane Gay's tweet at 1:08 p.m. on January 8th. So I need you to close your eye sockets for a second. I'm not going to rob you. I need the money, but I won't. Close your eye sockets and take a deep breath, but don't be dramatic about it like 58-year-old men in yoga classes who are like, look how loud I can breathe. I'm like, I don't need to know. And repeat after me. Good for Meghan and Harry. I didn't ask you to laugh. This isn't a comedy show. This is my meditation class. I canceled class pass for this. Okay, repeat after me. Good for Meghan and Harry.
Good for Meghan and Harry.
For opting out of the UK tabloid's staggering racism.
The UK tabloid's staggering racism.
And the lack of support.
And the lack of support
of the royal family.
They
will be fine.
They will be fine.
They will be fine.
They will be fine.
They will be fine.
They will be fine.
All right, I added that last part for dramatic effect. I'm the 58-year-old man in the yoga class. Thank you. Now, open your eyes. I was the only one with closed eyes, wasn't I? I didn't like it. And clap if I should finish season 1 of Enlightenment, but woo-woo if I should just focus on Laura Dern's present-day film and TV catalog. Woo-woo! Okay, that was more for me than it was for you. All right, before we start the show, I have to thank our lovely local women-owned business sponsors for donating their products and services. Yeah, give it up for them. First off, on your way in and on your way out, if there's still some there, you got gluten-free and vegan superfood bars from OHi Food Co. And there's also coupons on your seat. Please take them with you. Do not trash. What's happening in Australia? It's all because of you. It's partially. Okay, so that's the first sponsor. Next sponsor, later on in the show, you'll have a chance to win a swag bag and a $20 gift card to vegan bakery Skull and Cakebones, which is located in Dripping Springs. And I was there last weekend for brunch, and I saw the TV actor and movie actor, Kyle Chandler. And let's just say he made my springs drip. No, that's terrible. But I have another one. I couldn't finish season 1 of Friday Night Lights, but I'd finish for Kyle. Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. I have a third one, though. The treats were really good, but the real meal was Kyle Chandler. I'm so sorry. I came up with that a half hour ago, and it's really horrifying what I'm capable of when I'm left to my own devices. I am my own writer's room. It's bad. So there's no one to edit for me. It's not great. Moving on. Our next sponsor donated some goodie bag as well, and a $50 gift card. That's from Stampworthy Goods, and that's a furniture designer. And the founder, Allie, is here tonight. Yes. And I also have to thank her. I have another surprise coming later. She has a great deal for you. I'll announce later. But she lent us this bomb-ass Syrian cigar bar chair that only men were allowed to sit in. And also it's for sale. There's a pair of 2. And guess what? Tonight, this Syrian, yep, I'm Syrian, bitch. Bitch identifying woman, I'm that too, will be putting her non-cigar smoking tush, I can't stand them, in this seat. So thank you so much, Allie, for letting me disappoint my ancestors as much as I already have for pursuing comedy. And finally, thank you to our final sponsor, BossBabesATX Work Conference. Chelsea was there earlier today, our strong female leader, talking it up, and they purchased 10 tickets to give away, so thank you for their support. Are you guys ready to start the show? Yeah.
That's beautiful, thank you. Thanks, guys. Who here is on a date tonight? Okay, literally everybody in here single? Woo! Okay, all right. Okay, so for a second I thought you were all dead. Okay. All right, what's it like out there? Is it good? Is it bad? Okay. Don't worry. I'm here. Here's the thing. I've actually figured out dating. A lot of people think that it's difficult. I've figured out the trick to it. It's really actually very easy. There's just one very simple thing about it. Dating's difficult for some people because you're bad at it. Literally, guys, there are couples out there who murder people together. I just feel like if people like that can find each other, it really shouldn't be that hard to find someone that just like responds to your text messages. Very good. I do love when someone gets ghosted though. Not me, but like someone else. Because all logic just leaves their brain completely. They're like, I don't know. Like, he hasn't responded to me, but he did sneeze on our first date, so maybe he's dead. One of my friends got ghosted recently, and her response to it was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give him 5 days. And if he doesn't respond to me by the end of those 5 days, I'm breaking up with him. I was like, okay. But just so you know, he's breaking up with you right now. Look, we all can't be lucky in love. We all have tough times. Like, I personally, I have a huge crush on Usher. Yeah, that wasn't a joke. I have a huge crush on Usher, and so a few years ago he came into town for a concert, and so I was like, oh, nice. I'm gonna hook up with Usher. Okay, that also wasn't a joke, but I guess you won't be surprised to find out that I did not hook up with Usher, which I was really sad about. But here's the thing: ever since then, Usher's been sued by I think every woman that he has hooked up with. They're each suing him for $1 million because he gave every single one of them herpes. Oh, that was the most dramatic reaction. That was great. But isn't that crazy, right? Because if I had hooked up with Usher, he would have given me $1 million. I honestly never thought I would have to say my biggest regret in life is not getting herpes. They very, oh gosh. Actually, you know what I found out about recently that I found interesting? Did you guys know that you can get eye herpes? Okay, a lot of concerned faces out there. I am just as baffled by this as you are. It's really just thrown me off, because like, I never use my eyes during sex. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing with them, and so all I've come up with is just butterfly kisses on the dick. That's no one seems to appreciate it. I don't know. How's my butt look from there? Good? Real good. Just gotta make sure.
Usher's missing out.
Oh, you know how everything we do on our phones is always monitored in some way? Yeah, I'm not a fan of that at all. And it's not because I think it's an invasion of privacy. It's because one time I went on Facebook and they showed me an ad for vegan condoms. And I'm not really sure when their algorithm decided that I was annoying, but I don't really appreciate it. And just to make matters worse, I was on Instagram recently, and they're like, hey, here's a post we think you'd be interested in, and it was just a guy drinking his own pee. I'm like, why do you think I would be into that? And they weren't wrong. I definitely clicked on it. That's why I'm mad. Are you guys into horoscopes or astrology or whatever it's called? Yes. Oh, okay. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm going to be honest. What I do is if I come across my horoscope, I'll read it, and then I'll decide if I'm into it or not. So I recently came across my horoscope, and it said that Pisces are known for being beautiful. So obviously I'm like, I can get on board with this. But then I started thinking, so I was like, okay, if all the Pisces are beautiful, then which sign are all the ugly people coming from? I literally read every other horoscope just to see how they're going to break the bad news to someone else. But it turns out they never tell you anything bad in your horoscope, right? Like, the worst thing they're ever going to tell you is just that Mercury is in retrograde. And I have no idea what that means. So, but I do know, the thing is, one time I was in line at Starbucks, and the woman in front of me yelled at the barista, and then she just turned around and was like, oh, I always get like this when Mercury's in retrograde. I was like, okay. I I do love the idea of blaming our own problems on planets, so that seems like fun. That's a great idea. I don't know why we stopped at Mercury. We literally have an entire solar system of planets we could be making use of right now. Like, I wanted to work 3 hours late yesterday, and I was just like, I don't know, Pluto's on its period. People won't fight you if they think you're crazy. Do any of you guys watch those children's cooking competition shows on TV? Okay, I hate those shows. I'm gonna be honest with you and very upfront. It's the kids that ruin the show for me. Chopped, I love. Chopped Junior, I can't stand. It's just, here's the thing. Because they make something and then they get in front of the judges and they're like, all right, what you have in front of you today is some dry cured ham. I combined it with cheddar that's been aged for 3 years. I wrapped it in a flaky pastry dough, and then I covered it in a tomato aioli. I'm like, shut up, you made them a Pizza Hot Pocket, and then you put ketchup on it. Like, I'm not impressed. But the thing is, you're either gonna get that, or you're gonna get the kid that makes a legitimate gourmet meal. Which to me is even worse. Like, nothing makes me feel like less of an adult than to see a child be a more successful adult than I am. It's the worst. That's why I want to make my own show. I'm going to make my own show where I make super drunk people compete against super high people. It's going to be great. I mean, just imagine the kind of stuff they'd come up with. They'd be like, okay, I fried some bacon, I covered it with peanut butter, I sprinkled it with some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and then I sandwiched it between 2 Rice Krispie treats. Enjoy. That's what we deserve to have on television, honestly. Because right now, there are shows where the entire point is just make food that no one would ever want to eat. Has anybody ever watched Cupcake Wars? One person's already loving this. All right. Here's the thing about Cupcake Wars. If you've never watched it, the name sounds super promising. Because you're like, cupcakes, awesome. Wars, awesome. Honestly, wasn't sure if that was going to work after all this Iran stuff. But then you watch it, and the host is like, all right, this week's theme is regret. We're going to need for you to incorporate cheese, Jaeger, and Plan B into every single That's it for me. I make it Tucei. Give it up for Meghan Ross.
Up this late, it's almost 11 o'clock. Oh my God. Well, all your parents must let you out real late. You must be real good. Well, Megan, because you've been so kind to us, we brought you a gaggle of gifts. Whoa. All of our favorite things and the stuff our moms like too. Yeah. Both of our moms, they totally let us take this here. Yes, she did. Yes. All right, Megan, here's my first offering. Okay. My favorite queen, Peppa Pig, Claire. Oh, I'm sorry, Tiffany. Here's what she means to me. She is a queen, and so are you. Thank you. Clara, tell me what we have next. Okay. All right. Megan, next we have this. Next we have a phone that you can use to talk in your talk show, and it's going to be really helpful. It's live, so it's like very literal about talking. Claire, show her how you talk. This is how you talk. This is how phones look. This is really normal. This is and you can plug this into your cell phone, I think. Yeah. But this is yours.
This seems convenient.
So convenient. It's so modern. I also have something for you can lick it and like put it.
Yeah, I don't know when it's not clear. It said it would work on the box. Okay.
Megan, maybe I'll keep this one for myself.
Well, I have something for you too, Megan.
It's not as good as this was supposed to be.
Okay. So you know, like, how Gwyneth Paltrow has like beauty and wellness things
On Floop.
on Floop. And we found this, and it looks very much like something that they have there. I think it's called a yawn egg. And then
A yawn egg.
yawn egg.
You'd think it'd be like a breakfast egg, but
You would think.
it's not.
It's not. But I don't know
Put it clear.
I don't know where you put it. It doesn't seem. I don't know. I think we can let Megan figure it out.
Is this your mom's?
Maybe. She knows we have it.
I found it on her nighttime table. Had a funky smell to it. Anyway, Megan, that's all we have for right now, but we'll bring you some more stuff. You want to find some more stuff?
Yeah. Let's find more stuff. Let me push. Okay.
Here I come to you.
Our strong female leader this month is a stellar photographer, editor, connector, and all-around people person whose work has been featured in Dia & Company and Hello Giggles. She's also the founder of Pass Fail, a fun, empowering, and inclusive space to have a conversation about succeeding, failing, and everything in between. Please welcome the wonderful Chelsea Francis.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome,
Hello.
my goddess.
I was explaining you to someone yesterday and I said, Meghan Ross is my Beyonce.
Wow. You got to lower your bar. So what inspired you to create Pass Fail?
I started Pass Fail because I was looking online to try and find some resources for people who had like failed really hard at business.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of stuff about people failing and then like starting like a Fortune 500 company, but there was nothing about anybody failing in a small scale or failing and like trying a couple of times. And I wanted to make a space for that.
That's awesome, because I relate to the small scale failing without the money.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you think it's important to talk about our failures as much as our successes?
That's a good one.
And I'll caveat that by saying that when I first came to Austin, I was like you were one of the first people I followed on the web, and I was like, wow, she's so successful. And then we hung out, and you're like, I'm a failure. And I was like, then I'm shit. But,
Oh my
but
God.
yeah, you stress the importance of talking about failures as much as successes, and why is that so important to you?
I think in an internet age where everything looks perfect and everything is curated, the thing that is really important to tell about your story is the thing that makes you human. And a really great place to start a conversation about what makes you human and what makes you like relatable. I mean, like that's such a buzzword, but truly relatable is the ways in which you've failed and how you've like turned that into success, whether it's like you failed at business and realized like your personal life was struggling
Mhm.
and you needed to put some effort there, or vice versa. Yeah.
Awesome. I want to fail with you. Can you discuss, this is another project of yours, why you started ATX Connection Mixers, which are now known as Pass Fail Meetups?
Yeah, raise your hand if you moved to Austin in the past 5 years. Yeah, so Austin has a ton of people moving every day. I was one of them just over 5 years ago, 5 years and 9 days ago. And
Congrats.
I knew no one. I moved here on a whim with my husband, who was also like, we both knew no one. And I really quickly knew that I would need a community. And I knew that there was no way to do that was at my disposal. Like I couldn't find any networking events that were like younger people. Everybody was like wearing suits. I went to one networking event. It was awful.
Mhm.
Everybody had on suits. Everyone worked in tech. Everyone's name was Paul.
Yes, Paul, that networking event.
Yeah, the Paul networking.
The Paul networking event.
So I wanted to start something that was a little bit more relaxed. And at first it was just co-working, actually, is how it started. And I would invite people to a coffee shop. And then one week there were like 30 people at this coffee shop and there were not enough seats and I didn't know what to do. And so that was when I realized that it needed to be something bigger. And I started doing networking events and partnering with local businesses to invite people to a space that maybe they've never been into before, to just meet people, like just meet new people that maybe have just moved to Austin. But also, as it picked up, more and more people were coming there to hire people. And it became this great opportunity to get people hired in positions at companies or get people freelance work. And that was also beneficial to me at the time.
Yeah, I've met a lot of great people, including you, at an ATX Connection Mixer, that have been wonderful and supportive to that time of the month and all my projects I shamelessly plug everywhere I go. So what challenges do you face? You're an entrepreneur, you run your own business, but you also extend your support to other small businesses. As you mentioned, you partner with a lot of these local businesses. What challenges do you find, like balancing between your workload and also lifting other people up?
Wow, that's a good one too.
I put you on a high bar, baby.
You did.
Yeah.
Beyonce bar.
Yeah.
I would say a lot. I spoke on a panel this morning. Did you go to work today? Anybody? Work conference? Yeah. I spoke on a panel this morning about saying no and setting boundaries, and it was such a good panel. And I've realized kind of during that panel, which Sydney Green already knew about me, was that like over the past year, I've gotten very good at saying no. And I think that's like the hardest part with the balance of it all is knowing when I can help and knowing when I can't help as much as someone else. Knowing that my capacity is limited sometimes, even if my capacity is limited because I need to just like go home and lay in bed for 4 hours and recharge and like fall asleep meditating. Anybody else fall asleep meditating? It's nice. I think that means you've succeeded.
Isn't that the goal of it?
I thought so.
Can you discuss with the audience your wonderful and necessary fashion project titled Living Above the Rules?
Yes. My co-founder, Beth, is here in the front row.
Awesome.
She surprised me. I did not know she surprised herself coming here. She didn't know she was coming here.
Big surprise.
Beth and I started Living Above the Rules because we both had separate instances in our life where we realized every day we would get dressed with a different rule in mind. Like, I can't wear that because my legs look like this. Or I can't wear a bra as a shirt because I look like this. And we realized that those were all self-imposed. Like, sure, there's obvious, the media is awful to fat people. Like, but the rules that we get dressed by every day are in our own control. And we wanted to start a project that challenged people to break those rules in a comfortable space and give them beautiful photos of themselves so that they could remember that they could always break the rules.
That's awesome. And the Instagram, is that at Living Above the Rules? Yes. It's an awesome project, and it features local people posing for you, which is awesome, and using your photography genius. Do you have a favorite memory or example from the work you've done that has kept you going?
Oh my gosh. Yes, recently. Recently I got to shoot this campaign for a company called D & Co. And it is a plus-size subscription box company. And they've really, really sold a ton of fitness. And they've sold a ton of fitness and workout clothes because they've made space for people who are plus-size to enjoy working out, whatever that means to them. And they've done a lot of work. And, like, there's this great surfer that teaches classes in Hawaii. That's this plus-size lady that is, like, mind-blowingly phenomenal. And they've put a lot of work into making this space inclusive for all bodies. And I got to shoot an active wear campaign for them recently. And then the next day I flew home to surprise my mom in Florida. And while I was there, I had to turn the photos over. And I got to edit them with my mom, who has been plus size her entire life and hates her body. Have you ever heard that Lucy Dacus song? My Mother and I?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Very similar experience there. My mom hates her body and, like, we look very similar.
Yeah.
And I got to, like, work on those photos with my mom, like, with my mom just sitting around me. And she just thought it was the coolest thing. And, like, the way that she talked about herself changed over the trip. And that was, like, probably, I don't think I have a career highlight that stands out more than that. Like, just getting to work on a project with a company that I love that's doing the work that I love, and also getting to like experience that with my family. That was really
beautiful.
big.
That's beautiful. I followed the Instagram stories of that trip.
Wild.
Vicky
is crazy.
That's so lovely. Who is a strong female leader in your own life?
Oh my gosh. Do I have to know them personally or no?
Nope.
Tracee Ellis Ross. My mom, for a lot of different reasons. My mom at like 50 years old divorced my dad and moved to Florida with her sister, which is like the best decision she ever made for her life. And since then we've like gotten to become friends and like build a relationship, and it is, I can't really talk about it without crying.
Well, she's here to, no, she's.
Oh my God.
Chelsea, if I had the budget, I would fly your mama. I would fly your mama.
Thank you so much.
I'd be like, Tracee, you're on the wait list. Just Chelsea's mom first.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
What do you hope to see for the future of Pass Fail?
I hope to publish more stories that are not super neat and tidy. A lot of people wait to write for us after they have some resolution. And I'm hoping to publish more stuff where you're actually in the dirt. And myself and my assistant, Michelle, who's also in the audience, we try and write about the stuff where we're in the dirt. But, like, more voices that are like, I just got fired and I don't know what I'm going to do next, and here's how I'm feeling. Because I feel like, God forbid, if any of you get fired, I would like for that to be a resource for you to be like, oh, someone went through that. This is how they felt. I feel this way, and I'm also going to be fine.
If
and
I
then
had,
follow up.
Yeah, if I had the authority to fire someone, I would do that for your blog. But I've heard a lot of no's recently, so I have some content for you, for sure. Thank you so much, Chelsea, for joining us. As tradition on the show, and you know this, I gift the strong female leader some stuff from that time of the month, a poster from Divya Seshadri, but also some stuff from Dollar Tree, not a sponsor, and these problematic wine glasses. I also have a Jasmine and Aladdin puzzle. You like puzzles, right? Yes.
Very much.
I'm just projecting my thoughts on you. Okay, so this problematic wine glass says, on Wednesdays, we drink red, which I feel like that's a trademark issue. But thank you so much, Chelsea, for joining us.
So much.
We have more gifts.
Megan, we are learning so much.
We've learned so much.
Already, so many things.
All of it.
We come bearing more gifts.
We have more gifts that we know very much about and have every right to have.
Yes, we ask permission, most definitely.
Yeah.
First off, a cool pair of glasses. Megan, because, you know, you gotta shade out them haters.
I do.
Wow. Also, some new makeup, Megan, for makeover. And we see that you have a perfectly flawless face already. Can we get a woo? So Claire is gonna demonstrate the kind of looks you can do on an everyday basis.
Yes, this is a normal everyday look that you would just like go to the supermarket in. And so I'm gonna demonstrate on Tiffany right now. And you know what? She's gonna look beautiful. Wow. This red really suits her skin tone and also Megan's.
What's it called, Claire?
It's called Seduce Scarlet. I don't know what that word means, but
And I'd never want to seduce anyone.
never. Wow. Doesn't that look beautiful?
Thank you very much.
All right.
I was born with it.
You were. Okay, and now for the eye look. Okay. So
You
we
want to
have
go with something subtle.
Subtle.
But also something
Super
poppin'.
subtlety is what we're going for. Okay. So I think blue. Blue
Don't
is
tell me.
very
Don't tell me. Don't
I'm sorry.
tell me.
I'm sorry. Surprise. It's royal blue. Yeah. Oh my God, this is popping.
You know how some people say blue is a promiscuous color?
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not. That's a misconception, and we're dispelling them right here. Wow. Wow.
Wow!
Wow. That's a look. I think you need a little more color.
Then give me a little more,
Yeah.
Claire. What are you doing?
Sorry. Oh, okay.
So you're ready for a night out on the town.
On the town.
And what's better than remembering a night out on the town? Why, good from our friends from Fujifilm. Woo!
Not a sponsor.
Everyone say cheese. Wait a minute. Hold on. Where's the little? How do you?
Oh wait. There we go.
Yeah. And Megan, now one of us. All of us.
All of us?
All of us. All of us.
Come on, Claire.
All right.
Absolutely.
She's the photographer. I didn't have friends as a kid. What's that stage?
Well, we're your friends.
This is for you.
Oh, thank you.
This is also for you. More seeds.
Wow.
It's good.
Keep rocking it, Megan.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like everything in life except Brad Pitt's Golden Globe, you need to do something to earn it. He eats in every scene. I can do that. Okay. So for you to win a prize, you will need to match the problematic company or person to the New Year's resolution I came up for them in a segment I call New Year, New Me, New Season of You is fucking awful. So no shouting out answers. Please raise your hand and I'll call on you. So our first prize is going to be Skull and Cakebones. We've got a camping. Hold on, I got a lot of stuff in here. Yes, we have like a camping, an eating utensil. We've got a bandana. We got some cool stuff from Skull and Cakebones. All right, so you can go camping with Kyle Chandler. So raise your hand after I call out the questions and answers. So the resolution: log off from Twitter and the presidency. A, Garfield, B, Trump, or C, a platter of lasagna. Trump, yes. Clap, clap, you can clap. There you go, yes. And then our next one, this is the Skull and Cakebones Comfy Tea and Coffee. So this question or resolution is: give a woman more than 2 lines in a movie. A, Quentin Tarantino, B, Marty Scorsese, C, Hollywood, or D, all of the above. Yes. There you go. All right, this next one is the Stampworthy Goods. I lost my spot. Prize pack. I broke it up with the gift card. The gift card comes later. So this is coasters, a mud cloth pouch, and a beautiful leather keychain. So the resolution is: pay federal taxes. A, small businesses, B, Amazon, or C, Netflix. There's 2 answers. Yes, you're correct. Alrighty, so now this one is the $20 Skull and Cakebones gift card, and there's a card in there. I need to get your email. It's a digital gift card, so I will get that back from you at the other question. And then $50 Stampworthy Goods gift card. So you can get $50 off of that pair of Syrian Club cigar bar chairs. All right, so resolution: log off from living on this earth or retreat back to the original hell pod you were born from. A, Mitch McConnell. B, a Blu-ray of the 2000 film Little Nicky, Sandler pre-uncut gems. Or C, the bomp 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 part in the song Sweet Caroline.
Me?
Yes.
A.
A's, yep, Mitch McConnell. All right, Chinwe, remind me that I need to send the email. Okay, this is the last one, and this is that time of the month prize pack. And it comes with some swag and then a problematic wine glass from Dollar Tree. And this one says, either give me more wine or leave me alone. Which, same. Okay. So this resolution is: shut the fuck up. A, Jillian Michaels. B, Jillian Michaels. Or C, Jillian Michaels.
Jillian Michaels.
Yeah! All right, give it up for our sponsors.
Hi. I'm here. I'm queer. I'm ready to cower in fear. How's everybody? Having fun? Having fun? Cool. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Anybody? Are we keeping up with the news? Who's keeping up with the politics? Who's into it? Who's keeping up? Come on, show. I don't know. I don't want to get super political up here, but I do have to say, I think the biggest problem in this country right now, way too much talk of revolution, not enough dance. Okay, can we agree on that? Can we agree on one thing in this fucking country? My joke? Is it good? Is it not good? The whole country is split. But yeah, it's a perfectly written joke. It's really good. I'm scared. I'm scared we're gonna get drafted. Anyone else? Scared? It's spooky. We're gonna get drafted. I don't know. I think I'm exactly what the government wants, right? They want a trans girl with flat feet, zero endurance, who will commit treason immediately. I'm not on our side on this one. Also, why are we doing World War III on Earth? Everyone knows, like, if you're in a trilogy that's going nowhere, you do the third one in space. You do the fourth one on ice. And we make it a musical. Sorry if I seem cranky. I just quit smoking cigarettes like a week ago. Yeah. I didn't do it for health reasons, really. I did it because like my partner doesn't like it. And let me be clear when I say partner, I am a cop. Police officer, heard of us? APD? Hook 'em. I am trying to find a job right now. I'm serious. I keep saying this to crowds and they think I'm joking, but like if anyone's hiring, seriously hit me up. I don't know why I think this looks like very hireable material. Where I'm like nobody hits me up, but I do need a job really badly. I don't know. I was thinking about getting like a real job. Like I'm at that age now where I'm like, oh, maybe I'll be like a substitute teacher or something. But I don't know. I just came out as trans 5 months ago. Like kids ask way too many questions. They're like, oh, what's the quadratic formula? I don't know. It's a fucking spectrum, Philip. Like, oh, can I use the bathroom? I don't know. You can figure that out when you're 18. I don't know what bathroom. I don't figure it out for yourself. I will say, since coming out, I've already been kicked out of 2 bathrooms. Thank you. Happened the same way both times. They kicked in the door and they were just like, "You're not allowed to do cocaine in here." Tickets, right? I'm just sniffing around. I'm just looking for clues. I will say, I do sit down now when I go to the bathroom, and guys, fellas, men, let me tell you, much more relaxing way to go diarrhea. Way better. Doing it so wrong before. I've been living in Austin like 9 years now, and I recently told someone that, and their first reaction was like, "Oh, have you heard of P-Terry's?" Yeah, don't patronize me, okay? I know what P-Terry's is. It's like my favorite band in Austin. I love P-Terry's. There's ribs. Second favorite band, Barton Springs. There's ribs. I don't know. I have been on sort of been on this thing. I've been into quests, getting into quests. Are y'all into quests?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on this. Been trying to figure out lately who my like real parents are. And to be fair, I know who my biological parents are, but they're big as fuck. I don't like them. I'm looking for a re-roll. The whole situation. Both my parents are actually dead, but it's fine. My mom, she died really peacefully, right? She died in her sleep. But my dad, such a typical dad, he died resting his eyes. The joke really isn't for everyone. It's sort of my favorite joke. Sorry. Grandma's getting old. Okay, show of hands. Who has a grandma that's old? Some of you. It's funny that we raise our, like, who has young grandma? I've been doing that for a long time. My grandma, she's at that age now where she told us recently she doesn't want to be cremated when she dies. You see, the thing is, I come from like a liberal atheist family, so she wants to be juiced. Yeah, it's a little different. I actually decided recently I want to be cremated, but you don't have to wait until I die. If you can catch me, you can burn me. I'm not fast. I'm ready to go. I did have a really strict upbringing as a kid. Did anyone else here, this is such a stupid joke, anyone else here have we used to have a swear jar when I was a kid. It's like, if any of us cursed, my mom would just splash a jar of acid in our face. Y'all are fun. I like y'all. No, this is true. This actually happened like when I was like 10 years old, really strict. Like my dad caught me smoking cigarettes, and then for a punishment, him and my mom smoked meth for 20 years. That's real. It's fine. You know, it was like an old punishment in the 90s. It was real popular in the 90s. You know, when like Eve 6 was cool. It was like Eve 6 and meth in the 90s. It was a different time. Before 9/11. God, do y'all remember 9/11? That's not, I'm not going to go into it. I just want to know if y'all, who remembers it? More people than have old grandparents. Did they die in 9/11? Okay. I'm a funny comedian. I had to take my dog to the vet recently. No, I found out. I didn't even know dogs could get this. Found out has Parkinson's disease. Oh. Yeah, good news is knows how to shake now. Okay, not funny or not woke? Which one? A little bit of both. A little sweet spot. I don't know. My family's insane. Like, it was cool having meth parents. Let's go back to it. And like, I grew up in Corpus Christi, which honestly is a no. It is like a great place to live if you're like a pregnant teen that like smokes meth every day. Like, that's your thing. But like, I wasn't that. But my dad, you see, I got out of like a lot of trouble because like I remember one time in high school I was at a party and this guy said he was gonna kick my ass. But decided not to because he realized my dad was his dad's meth dealer. Yeah, so I grew up with meth privilege. It's like Corpus Christi is the only place where you can do that. And I feel like it doesn't even make sense that I came out to be the person I am today, coming from my family. Because like I'm supposed to be a person that lives in Corpus with a drug addiction, deep appreciation of Guns N' Roses. Somehow, some miracle, ended up being trans girl, lives in Austin, alcohol problem. Mild appreciation of Guns N' Roses. Okay, it just feels good to be the progressive one of them. That's when you know. Like, I'm still voting for Trump, of course, right? But Axl Rose, I think we can impeach him. That's what I'm saying. I'm not voting for Trump. I am obviously I'm a cliche. I'm a queer socialist person. Yeah. I get it. Okay. I mean, and some people don't know what that means. It means I believe the government has a responsibility to provide me a boyfriend. That's what I want army-issued boyfriend. You know, I am on Grindr. Anybody else on Grindr? What? I mean, if you're on there, I'll find you and I'll get you. I'm once known in the comedy community as a sexual predator, okay? It's never been done before. First one. I'm going to tour the whole country. That should get more laughs, I think. Just me and Louis C.K. Just touring. Thank you. Not funny or woke. It's, I don't know. I am bisexual, so I'm on all the apps. I go back and forth. It's like Grindr, Tinder, Grindr. At this point, I don't really know if I'm bi anymore. I think I just love apps. It was weird when I first came out to a lot of my friends. They didn't take it well. I lost some close friends over it. And I'll say this, like, if anybody you know ever comes out to you, do not respond by telling them they're, like, confused or going through a phase. If you want to make them feel completely comfortable according to LGBT guidelines, all you have to say is, I'm gay too, let's be in a relationship together. It's not that hard, okay? Just make out with your gay friends every day. 2020 now, you're not doing that, you're homophobic. That's all. I'll say this last night. I don't know, being trans also makes dating really weird because, like, for instance, not too long ago I hooked up with somebody else who was also questioning their gender, so we were, like, both trying to be non-gender specific, and it kind of just, like, made the dirty talk really creepy. Because, I don't know, it just doesn't sound as good when you tell someone, oh, you've been a bad person. Thank you very much, you are so fucking fun. This is great.
Megan, can you believe we went backstage and I looked in the mirror and I don't look as good as you?
I tried.
That mirror is broken.
Thank you. Oh, Megan, you are so sweet. Well, we know how hard you work on this late night show. It's been so fun so far, right? So we know that when you go home tonight, you gotta relax, rewind, and
Unwind.
that's good. I thought you were gonna say another R thing.
Revisit this.
Yeah. So what do you have for?
Let's see.
There's a lot of things in
There's
this
so
bag.
many things.
A
All
lot
right.
of things.
So first, this is tricked you. This is a fan. It's a fan. You just gotta. It's a little hot up here in the
My
stage
name
lights.
is Megan. I'm so hot.
Sounds just like me.
Exactly. So you get a fan to start your journey of relaxation.
Well, wait,
It is by
there's
no means
more,
the end.
Megan. We got you a unicorn face mask.
Yeah.
Vitamin C glow boosting. Not that you need it.
That one is actually for you.
Thank you.
And last but not least, we have what our mom calls the "It's mine, please don't touch it." You want it now? Or you want it later?
Later.
Later.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay. I think you like put it to your temple and you're like,
Yeah.
I need to relax. I need to relax. So
That's how you use it.
that's
Yeah. We know
we
so
heard.
much.
And we know y'all are so jealous of all the beautiful things we've been giving Megan. So we brought you some things too.
Yes.
Don't be caught off guard by your first period like we were. Tampons!